The Bug. Objective voice of objection for a most objectionable world. Hello, Bugsters. Welcome to The Bug, the comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already immovably concrete face of modern Britain. I'm Andy, I bench 480, and I can crack a tree in half just by looking at it. Can I? Well, what is reality anymore, anyway? Alice, what do you bench?
Bench body weights, well, not my body weight,
Okay.
body weight of a baby.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail. Just
It's very
body weight.
impressive. People look
Yeah.
at me and go, where did you get that baby?
You are listening to The Bug.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS. And I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever in the history of London ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw liquid feces. And they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
I mean, maybe they just meant 98% of one specific Londoner who bought shares in Bloom before its tentacles grew into every crevice of the country. I mean, this is not just any old poll. We should say that. This is not any poll. This is an official poll. Right from the very heart of government. It's not a knock-off fake poll of an elderly couple and their mangy old dog sitting on a bench waiting to die. This is an official poll. So let's just put those words, official poll, through an online translator in case you didn't study languages. Let's find out what it actually means. Made up lie. There we go. Glad to clear that up. I think it's fair to say, entirely trust these official polls. They feed us, Alice. I mean, they could publish an official poll saying that over 99.9% of children like ice cream, and I would instantly assume that all children now hate all ice cream and would prefer to eat a bucket of gravel mixed with dead badger. They could publish an official poll saying that 10 out of 10 cats prefer cat food to being whacked with a tennis racket, and I would assume that all cats have gone vegan and were queuing up outside Wimbledon meowing, choose me, choose me.
I trust these polls as much as I trust someone recommending a movie that they watched during a breakup. Your judgment is impaired, Sally. I'll make my own decisions.
I trust those polls as much as I would trust Mary Kelley if she came up to me and said, "Congratulations, Andy, you've just won a free holiday to the south of France in the back of this windowless van."
I think official polls are like the unsolicited dick pics that the government provides us. I didn't ask for it, I don't believe it, it's on an angle, you've artificially inflated it ahead of time, and anyone that falls for one deserves all the disappointment of trying to match it to reality. These polls are absolute rubbish, Andy. I read one the other day that said the plumbing in London was good, and it absolutely is not. I mean, we have this technology now where they can spy on my every bowel movement. There's a CTOS camera installed inside my underwear drawer. A media drone is scaring the birds off my garden bird feeder, and you can't get me consistently hot water.
Speaking of media drones, I mean, they're everywhere, clearly. The great thing, I guess, about media drones is that, as inanimate robots, they actually have more humanity, compassion and dignity than the human journalists we used to have to put up with, and a much more accurately calibrated moral compass. But it's the intrusion I can't stand, Alice. I'm in showbiz. Look at me here in this windowless dungeon. I'm in showbiz. And it's terrible for me, all these drones, knowing I'm being filmed all the time. Every day I have to make sure I've done my hair and makeup and not wearing clothes I've ever worn before. Well, we all have crosses to bear.
At this point, they've installed so many CTOS cameras, I'm not sure where they'll put the new ones. On top of the old ones, just cameras watching other cameras, like a social media influencer so self-absorbed they don't know how to sleep without turning it into monetized content.
I think that's the logical end of all society, isn't it? Where just everything has just become a camera filming another camera. To be honest, I've just given up on all news and reality now, Alice. I just, in fact, I now just make up my own headlines these days. I get a piece of paper and a pen. Remember them? Paper and pens, those were the days. And I'll just write down the headlines I want to read. Now, I'll just make my own newspaper. Look, here I've got today. If you point at the bird shit on your car window and say it's a currency, no one can tell you otherwise. Screams Chancellor at Bilderberg karaoke night. Let's write another headline. Here we go. PM announces Britain back on track after swapping all Crown Estate properties for some magic beans. Might as well. We've got to do something as the nation we are today. Here's another one. Wild joy on the streets as Britain signs £864 zillion trade deal with Bolivia. There we go. Build a better world. Government claims only nice people will benefit from agreement to sell trampolines, mermaids and warships to landlocked South American nation. We're building a better Britain. Here's another one. Environment probably fine, claims drowning scientist. Invent the world you want to have, people. It's going to be way, way better than the one you've actually got. From the Bug, goodbye.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. Hello Britain, this is The Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice, and...
I deny everything.
Just a good state of existence. Some good news, at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government. None at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news, trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supply expert. Take it from our beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably... There's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicine. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast and out tumbled a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofungal neurodilatory estrogen spermatotropic fruit pastels.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been given. I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
We can't be too far away from them just prescribing stiff upper lip like they did in the Blitz.
My uncle had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin because they said there was less of him to be diabetic.
So, anyway, people don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity, it's Hippocratic humbug, it's nonsensical narcotic nincompoop. I think I've made the point. Do not believe the news telling you that we've run out of medicine, nor should you believe the empty shelves at the chemists. They're also lying. Do not believe your doctor saying, sorry, we're fresh out of that, you're going to have to eat a carrot and pretend. And do not believe your own cobweb-ridden medicine cabinet at home. It might look empty, but it's not, for it contains the only medicine any of us truly need. Stirring music, please, producer Chris. Freedom. The medicine of British freedom. And the analgesic knowledge that however ill you may be, Bloom are keeping an eye on things for you.
I'm investing heavily in the placebo effect right now. You're listening to The Bug.
Obviously, I don't entirely mean that, because what is the first rule of the third millennium? If someone in power tells you something is fake news, what is it? Correct. A 110% cast iron, tungsten-coated, granite-scented, cosmically immutable, scientifically unarguable fact. But surely, Alice, the more important question for all these medicine freaks whinging on about feeling a bit poorly or having a fatal but curable illness and slowly dying unnecessarily is this. Do we actually need medicine? If you today got diagnosed with a potentially fatal illness, would you not look around at the nation that we've become and think, hey doc, put your life-saving treatment down, I'm going to take this free one-way bus out of here. Now hold that pillow over my face until the twitching stops.
I just don't think we should think of it in such a negative way. Don't think of it as a medicine diet, Andy. Think of it as a series of healthy lifestyle swaps. Swap out anti-inflammatories for antacids. Swap out the iron lung for the aluminium lung. Swap out MRI machines for Mary machines, which is just a lady called Mary telling you you're fine.
Obviously, critical shortages are as much part of our daily lives, our society and our culture today as things like football, music and complaining about the weather used to be in the old days. And, well, food shortages, we just learn to live with them, don't we? And there's a lot of positives as well with all these food shortages. I mean, we were eating too much anyway. As a nation, the government's just helping us live healthier lifestyles. It's so hard to diet on your own, isn't it? You need the support of a friend or a loved one or a government or collapsing social infrastructure. Positive too, meat, very bad for the environment. So we're actually rebuilding the polar ice caps every time we eat a scrap of lettuce. Positive three, the human race had already cooked all the recipes it needed. There was nothing more to be done with food. We've done that. We can tick it off. We've done it. I was bored of food anyway. I've been eating it all my life. If you've been doing the same thing 3 times a day, 4, sometimes 7, or even 8 times a day, you're bound to get bored of it. And also, final positive, no more meal times. Frees up all that extra time for appreciating all the selfless hard work that Albion do to keep us all safe here in Britain.
Well, as you say, Andy, people are drawn to novelty, and everyone's had breakfast once. Why you got to keep having it again and again?
Boring, repetitive. There's enough of that in life as it is. You are listening to The Bug. Well, another story that has come to the fore recently is that all European imports have been banned for public health reasons. Which is great news. I mean, at least we can get ill eating good, home-produced, locally sourced, British, industrially unsafe food. That's something we can all cling to. Public health reasons, those are curious words. Alice, I don't know, is that in case the public gets too healthy eating all that Mediterranean muck? Let's have British food for British tummies. Spelt, nettles, and rabbit. That's all we need. That's all we need in the glory days. Everyone round to Nigel's for dinner. Yum, yum.
Who needs Italian olives when you can eat pickled rubber bands and a soup of regret? Who needs a nice cheese when you can eat a lukewarm, unspecified rat meat pie with 0 spices?
Sand, nettles, and bits of dead fox. That's all we needed to eat in the glory days. Let's make Britain great again. That's all from the Bug today. Good night, sleep tight, and make sure the bed bugs do bite.
You look about as sick of this shit as I am.
Fuck me, dead sick. All right, maybe you could help. Got myself in a bit of trouble.
We might be able to help. What's the situation?
Albion's dealing in dangerous chemicals. I was a contractor in one of their warehouses, but the pay wasn't worth being poisoned by whatever was in their crates.
Christ, that's terrible.
That's nothing. The worst part is there's a cover-up going on. All those crates have been inspected and stamped non-toxic. That's fucking dodgy right there. Makes it easy for them to ship this rubbish anywhere.
Well, I certainly wouldn't put bribing a regulator past Albion. We'll look into it for you. What now?
Hang on, I'm scanning every single government employee schedule for evidence of a cover-up. It takes oh, never mind, I'm done. Ah, here we are. A high-ranking Albion officer met a medium-ranking public health official on a boat in the middle of the Thames, right around when our contact got sick.
Grand. What are the chances there's a surveillance system on the boat we can tap into?
It's in London, so almost definitely. Pushing you the boat's current location now. The boat is moored nearby. You should be able to scrape some onboard surveillance data if you get close.
Grand. You look about as sick of this shit as I am.
Fuck me, dead sick. All right, maybe you could help. Got myself in a bit of trouble.
We might be able to help. What's the situation?
Got my mate and I in this activist group. We did protests, picketing. Together it felt like we were unstoppable, but the last protest turned to shit. My mate got pummeled by Albion and then thrown in an ambulance. Official story is they died, but thing is they won't let anyone see the body. No one.
Christ, that's terrible.
Something's not right here. I just need some answers. You help me find out what happened and I'll owe you.
That's terrible. Can't promise nothing, but we'll have a poke around.
You're it. Ready to go?
Always.
No, John! No! That's it!
Now, what's that?
I've done nothing wrong, I swear.
There's the boat where the meeting took place. You can scrape the data from here.
You don't look familiar.
This is strange. The manifest for the shipment you just destroyed mentions an internment facility in the borough, but not one I've heard of. Well, they'll just have to do without the rubber hoses and black masks for a while.
Albion's authority keeps civilians safe.
Oh my god, I can hack like anything.
Disturbance detected.
Sending you the data.
I'll scrub through for evidence of the cover-up while you get out of there.
Bagley, what do we have?
That was quite the sinister conversation they had. Have a listen.
Next time you move ordnance that contain biohazardous materials through Clan Kelley's black market, make sure people don't die, okay? I don't want to have to cover this up for you again.
Oh my god, he literally just said the crime he was doing out loud. And as always, it falls on...
The toxic ordnance now.
All right, I'm here.
The biohazardous ordnance is nearby. It shouldn't poison you too much if you're quick about it.
Lovely. Time for a bit of destruction.
London streets safe.
there it is. Time to do your destroying other people's property thing. I thought you'd just smash it to bits, but you smashed the bits to bits. You enjoyed destroying that, didn't you? I know I did.
Prepare yourself.
Send me all extra units. Drones deployed to arrest the suspect.
Running is pointless. Empty. Reloading.
What's taking them so bloody long?
Engaging target. Engaging hostile target. Neutralizing hostile target.
You're only making this worse.
Engaging hostile target.
There's only one way this ends. Get behind cover!
Neutralizing hostile target.
Taking cover.
Neutralizing hostile target.
Suspect shooting.
Engaging target.
A little help here.
Engaging hostile target. Engaging
Okay,
target.
no one calls me, there'll be murders.
Engaging hostile target.
This is the hurt.
Neutralizing hostile target.
Fuck! Man's connection just went dead.
Operative KIA. Apologies.
Right, DedSec took care of your problem. It's all good now.
I owe you guys big time.
Why don't you join DedSec? You know you wanna.
You get it?
I thought we warned you about trespassing, yeah? That's right. Didn't learn your lesson, huh?
Please, I was just taking a picture of the exterior for...
Oh, did you hear that, mate? He was taking a picture. right, I thought we warned you about trespassing, yeah? That's right. Didn't learn your lesson, huh?
Please, I was just taking a picture of the exterior for...
Oh, did you hear that, mate? He was taking a picture. A bloody picture! Now listen here, you knob. This is going to be our final warning to you. If we ever see you coming around here again, the police are going to have to put out a missing persons report. And I think you know how effective they are these days, yeah?
I understand.
That was Albion's automated propaganda hub you've thrown a spanner into. Ostensibly for broadcasting safety notifications to nearby optics, really all it does is bombard them with propaganda. Or rather, it did. Let's wait around and... Our potential recruit has been trying to take down a nearby Clan Kelley weapons dealer. You could hack their optic to download incriminating data on them. I've downloaded evidence of the illegal weapons sale. I'll send it along to our prospect and let them decide how to deal with it.
Oh, shit.
They're turning on us.
Get out my face!
Yo, you look like you could play a part in taking back London.
Oh my god! Are you DedSec?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not.
Brill! Well, see, I have a problem with Clan Kelley. Can you help?
I'm listening.
It's really quite awful. My gran rang me the other day, talking about her and her mates being robbed by some gang. I've developed a hack to recover their money, but it's useless without the key to the gang's digital wallet.
You saying you need DedSec to help you find his key?
Yes, if you get me the file, I'll be able to retrieve everything those gangsters took. Help me, and I'll help you back.
Alright, cool. Yeah, man's got this on lock.
Network traffic points to the private key being on some kind of mobile server, probably a van in one of their hideouts. In case you forgot, the private key you're after is on a server in a van.
Yeah, got it.
Who's that?
That's the vehicle there.
What's the deal with these wheels?
I don't know. Wish I knew. But unfortunately, it's above yours and my pay grade.
Fine. I don't think I've seen you before.
Got the key, but it's coming in hot. Bagley, find us a drop site and have the hacker meet me there, and hurry!
Got it. Pushing the location now. You're being followed. You'll have to do something about that before you can deliver the vehicle. Good, you lost them.
What the fuck? You were supposed to be here to drain the account.
Don't worry. I'm nearby getting the key over wireless. I don't want to be close enough to get caught if the Kelleys show up now.
Please, that'll never happen. We'll be in and out before... Oh, no. There they are. Clan Kelley hostiles incoming.
Guess there's something for it. I'll keep them busy while you get the crypto.
On it.
No sense trying to hide. I'm getting shot out here. Just another body bag. I've got them.
What now, Bags?
You sound upset. Everything all right?
My neighbour got arrested for being an illegal today.
Yes, how awful. You're up.